So normally in our daily dose of the Ultimate Sales Machine, I read a quote first, but I think this one is pretty important that I will start with the context. To finish this book, it took me 4 years to write, and it was getting to a point where I thought, I don't think I'll finish this thing unless I get help. So I found a book coach to guide me. Her name is Julianne Eason, and I had brought her, our first session was me bringing her the foreword, and it was just like majority of forewords are, a letter to the reader, dear reader. And she said, Amanda, I was meditating on this, and it came to me that your foreword should be a letter to your dad. And it should be, dear dad. And my initial response was, no way. I could never, no. Like instantly, there was so much resistance. But I said, okay. After some coursing, I was like, I did hire you to be my coach, and the first instruction you give me, I can't say no to, so I'll do it as an exercise, but it won't go in the book. And later that day, I was in Puerto Rico, and I was eating dinner, and I felt that maybe I could write the letter, and maybe it was coming. So I pulled up my phone, and I started typing, and it just fell out of me, like all at once, tears streaming. It was rather quite a bit of a download. So it did go in the book, and it is the first thing to the book. So I'll read you just the first bit. Okay. Dear Dad, it's Amanda, your daughter. It's been 10 years since you passed, 15 since you released this book. You'd be proud to know that companies have voted it amongst the top 10 most recommended marketing and sales books of all time. That's pure word of mouth, Dad. People even call it their red Bible now because second to the Bible, they read this the most. You left too soon. I was unprepared. The crazy thing is, there was time. We had a year and a half after your diagnosis. I spent easily 100 all-nighters with you at the hospital. We could have talked more about your companies, how they operated, what were your dreams for them. I was 24 years old with dreams of my own, and yet it all came crashing down when you left. Hundreds of staff were now my responsibility, and I was utterly broken at losing you. I know you never would have wanted it all to fall on my shoulders, but it did. And it was devastating. But I told you when you pass, I'd take care of it, and by some grace of God, I did. I dove into your teachings, read this book, watched your videos every single day for years. Just like all the others around the world who learned from you, I learned from you. You really created a system beyond theory, one that's practical and easy to follow. Just like you said, all it really takes is pig-headed discipline and determination. I don't want to read it all because I want you to see it in the new edition, but it's so hard for me to read. Something that's really shocking that's come from this new edition is I spent so much time working on every little piece because it's not my book. It's my father's book, and it's about updating the pieces that were outdated. But there are some parts in here that are me, and this is one of them. And interestingly enough, it's that foreword, Dear Dad, that is more people, when I share with them all the different pieces of the book, that's the one piece that it just stops them. And they say that's the part that I should lead with and talk about. I guess it's because it's hard to be vulnerable and to share the parts of our lives that are upsetting or grief or anger. And so I know it feels uncomfortable for me, but based on the feedback that I've gotten, I've shared it. And I hope that with me sharing, maybe it will open up more people to be honest about how they feel and share. I just did a podcast interview with one of our team here, Anthony Garcia, and it really hit home for him, the letter. And he said he wrote a letter for his father, and he think it was about time that he shared that. And I had asked him if he would share it with me because it would mean a lot. And I think that healing that happens from those that we love, and the things that we haven't said that we wish we could have. Or I think it's important. We can't just throw everything under the rug. So we're only human. So that's your daily dose of the ultimate sales machine today. Enjoy.